Good afternoon. As chairman of the Associated Student Speakers Program here at UCLA, I'd like to welcome you all to our 13th program of the quarter. Today, we are very honored to have with us one of the greatest, if not the greatest, fighter who ever lived. In 1960, he won the Olympic gold medal in the light heavyweight boxing division, and turning professional, he defeated Sonny Liston in '64 to gain the world championship. He was stripped of his title 3 years later when he refused induction into the U.S. Army, claiming He was claiming an exemption as religious leader of the black Muslims. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the man who revived boxing, and in my opinion, is still the heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad Ali.
Thank you. First of all, I'm glad to see so many of you out today, and just to hear me talk. And lately, I've noticed I draw more people talking than Joe Frazier do singing. But I'm glad to be here, glad to see the sun out and so many nice, happy, cheerful people. You've heard a lot about myself on television. You've seen me in the theaters and the what have you. And after my little talk, you probably have a few questions that you would like to ask me, and we will open time up for a little question and answering. A lot of you have one main question I'd like to answer now. You want to know about the rematch with me and Joe Frazier. Well, it's all been okay. There will be another rematch. His hospital treatment showed him okay, so that means he won the decision, but he took a terrible whipping. But the next time, we won't play around with him like I did, and I forgot to do the Ali Shuffle. So the next time, we'll keep all of that in mind and try to do better. It's really surprising to see so many people here just to hear me talk. And in all of my travels, all of this started about 4 years ago when the draft problem started, and the black people's rise for freedom started more so than ever in the history of the world. It's been the last 5, 6 years. And the things that I was involved in and believed in and represented put me in the middle of the whole struggle. And being one popular, we got a lot of invitations. I got an agent, and he's been working ever since. And I've imagined since the fight, this is about my 32nd college since the bout, and I have about 8 more to do here on the West Coast. We were in San Diego last night, and we're in Oakland tonight. And we constantly travel, and this has moved me to find something else to talk about besides boxing and the jokes and what have you. Many people came leaving dissatisfied because a lot of them come to learn or to hear something that can benefit them, or something that can, I would say, wake them up to something that they didn't know. And I have completed a few masterpiece poems I would like to reveal. later. And you can ask your questions, but I've just completed a topic. I've been doing a little study in the dictionary and learning the meaning of big words. See, I didn't go to college like you all. I wasn't as smart as you. I just have common sense. Yeah, common sense. And I found that a lot of people go farther on common sense than many do on degrees. Most of the people in the White House, they just have degrees. The rulers and the governors and the mayors, they don't seem to have common sense. And all of these crowds turning out and people coming to hear me talk with all degrees, and you're from all races, creeds, colors, nationalities, religions, and I'm in the middle of all of it. So I've been studying and trying to work on some heavy topics. And I've just completed one. I had to rush it because I did it on the airplane coming from Buffalo, New York to San Francisco, and then to San Diego, and then here. And if you give me about 15, 20 minutes of your time and follow what I say word for word, you might understand what I'm talking about, because it's kind of deep. A friend of mine, he's a producer, Mr. Ron Rich. Where you at, Ron? Holler. He's back there in the crowd, tall, handsome fella. He's real smart with the dictionary and all kind of big words. And he was helping me to spell a lot of the words. It's not his thought or idea. He don't have the mind for that, but he can spell good words. And a man once told me to quit talking so much, quit bragging. He said, you're intoxicated with greatness. He said, many people get intoxicated, not on just wine and alcohol, but some are intoxicated with different activities in life. When a man's intoxicated, he'll do something that he wouldn't do ordinarily. And I was so great, it was just hard to be humble. And I thought about what this man told me on intoxication. And the topic that I've just completed is entitled The Intoxication of Life. The Intoxication of Life. And there are many things in life which are intoxicating, but if we consider the nature of life, we would realize that there's nothing more intoxicating than our lives itself. We can see the truth of this idea when we think about what we were yesterday and compare it with our conditions today. Our happiness, our unhappiness, our riches, our poverty of yesterday are only like a dream to us. It's mainly today's condition that counts. This life that we live of continual rise and fall, continual change is like running water. And man himself, the nature of his life is like this running water, although in reality, 9 out of every 10 men you meet really don't know who or what he is. Take for instance, if a man goes from poverty to riches, and then those riches are taken away from him, he grieves. He grieves because he don't realize that before the riches he was poor, and that from that poverty he came to those riches. If one considers his desires and his wants through life, you will find that at every stage of life you had a particular desire, whether it's from childhood, from infancy, from teenagehood on up until now. You've always had a particular desire that you want to accomplish at all stages of life. Sometimes we long for certain things, and at other times you don't even want them at all. If one could look at his own life as a spectator, he will find that his life was nothing but an intoxication. What at one time gives satisfaction, at another times humiliates him. What one woman may at one time and many times make you happy, and at another time the same woman humiliates you. What a person enjoys at one time, the same thing troubles him at another time. That which one values greatly, at another time he don't value at all. If a man could observe his actions and daily activities, and if he tells the truth about himself, he will admit and he will tell you that he found himself doing things many times that he had not intended to do, or saying things that he did not wish to say, or behaving in such a way where he asked himself later, why was I such a fool? Sometimes man allows himself to love someone, to admire someone. This may go on for years, it may go on for days, it may go on for months. All those years might seem to be very long, and then perhaps he would say probably he was wrong in allowing himself to do so, or maybe something more attractive comes along, and then he's on another road and he don't know where he is anymore. This is also a form of intoxication. Don't know where he is nor whom he loves. In the actions and in the reactions of man, he sometimes does things on impulse, not really considering or thinking about what he's doing. Sometimes he feels that he might want to do things that are good, and he goes on doing what he thinks is good, and then a reaction sets in, and at times there's no good in you at all. Then in the business and the occupations of man, many times he gets an impulse. I must do this, or I must do that. He seems to have all of the determination, all of the strength and the courage to do so. Sometimes he's successful, sometimes he only lasts a day or two. Then he forgets what he's doing and he's doing something else. This is the nature of all human beings. This shows that man in the activity of the world is just like a piece of wood lifted up by the sea when the waves go up and cast down when they subside. Man is floating on the world of activities, not knowing where he is going, floating on the ocean of activities, not truly and not really know where he's going or what he's doing. What seems to man of importance is only the time which he calls the present. The past is a dream, the future is in the mist. And the only thing that's clear to us is what's here now in the present. And take for an example what I'm talking about. If you take the attachment and the love and the affection of man, you'll find that it's not different from the attachment, the affection, and the love of birds and animals. A sparrow bird that looks after its young. The bird brings the grain, and he puts the grain in the beaks of the young one's mouth. And the young ones anxiously await the coming of their mother. And this may go on for weeks until the young one's wings are strong enough. And once the young birds have known the branches of the tree, and once they have flown into the forest under the protection of their mother, they never again remember that mother which was so kind to them. So this shows that there are moments of emotion, there are moments of impulses of love, impulses of attachment and affection, but there comes a time when all of these things fade away. And then there comes a time when a person thinks that there's something else that he desires. And maybe someone else comes along that he would like to love. Many of you fellows have saw girls that you wanted. And you said, if I could just make her mine, boy, her shape, her hair, her face, her looks, ooh, I'd be satisfied. And as soon as she tells you she loves you, as soon as you know you got her, you looking at another one. So, the more one thinks of man's life in the world, the more one comes to the understanding that a man's life is not much different from the life of a child. A child that takes a liking to a certain doll, and then the child gets tired of that doll, and the child wants another toy. But at the moment when the child takes a liking to the doll, the child thinks that the doll is the most important thing in the world. And then there comes a time when the same child tears up the doll or throws away the toy. So it is with man. Perhaps man's scope is a little different, but his actions are the same. If we look at what man considers important in life, such as the collection of wealth, the possession of property, the gaining of fame, or the rising to a position which he think is ideal, all these objects only have an intoxicating effect on man. And after gaining these objects, he is still not satisfied. He thinks maybe there's something else perhaps he would like to have, and that what he got that he did want wasn't what he wanted at all. Whatever man wants at the time, he feels that that's the most important thing in the world, but after attaining these things, he finds them no more important at all. Have you ever saw a car that you wanted, or maybe something in school, or maybe a suit that you wanted, or some shoes that you wanted, or a carpet for your bedroom, or a couch for your living room? If I get this, I'll be satisfied. And as soon as the newness wears off, you still want something else. Everything that pleases man, if you take everything that make man happy, take all of his various amusements, his theater, his moving pictures, his golf, his basketball, his baseball, his football, his tennis, it seems that what amuses man is to be puzzled and not knowing the outcome of a situation. What amuses man is not actually knowing where he's going or understanding what he's doing or watching. Movies such as Frankenstein, Count Dracula, The Return of the Wolfman, The Time Machine, anything that amuses man, that keeps him confused, he desires to know the unknown. This is the nature that God put in all human beings. Even little children will say, "Mommy, what is this? Daddy, what's that?" Or you see them turn into toys trying to find out what's on the inside. What amuses man is not to know the unknown. It's trying to know the unknown. And this is the nature that the Supreme Being put in all men, because if he didn't, we would still have stagecoaches. Man wanted to make a motor. He still wasn't satisfied. He wanted an airplane. He's still not satisfied. He want to know what's on the moon. He's still not satisfied. And now he wants to know what's on Mars. When he get to Mars, he's going to be fool enough to try to go to the sun. So what amuses man is to know the unknown and not to know where he's going. He seems only to desire, he seems only to fill his time. And what man calls pleasure is that is what happens to him at the moment when he's intoxicated. Intoxicated in the activities of life. Many get this intoxication in alcohol. Some get it in narcotics. And for a while you forget your problems. For a while you don't care about nothing. And when you're around your girlfriend, you think up things you never thought up before. When you're intoxicated. See, what man calls pleasure is anything that covers his eyes from reality. I repeat, what man calls pleasure is anything that covers his eyes from reality. Anything that gives him a certain sensation in life. Man's nature is such that whatever he becomes accustomed to is his pleasure. Be it eating, drinking, or any activity. Anything that he can indulge in that can make him conscious of some activity, this is what man calls pleasure. If he's accustomed to what is bitter, then bitterness gives him pleasure. If he's accustomed to what is sour, then sourness gives him pleasure. If he's accustomed to eating sweets, then he will like sweet things. Some people get into the habit of complaining about their lives. And if they can't find nothing to complain about, they'll find something to complain about. Many people want the sympathy of their fellow man. And they want to explain to the fellow man that they're badly treated. This is a form of an intoxication. Then there's the person who's fallen into the hands of theft, stealing. Their pleasure comes from stealing, and then this pleasure becomes stronger and stronger, and when a better source of income is offered, or an honest source, they don't want it. They're not interested. In this way, this shows you that many people become accustomed and addicted to certain things in life. And these things become a pleasure and intoxication. There are many people who develop the habit of worrying about things. The least little thing worries these people very much. They cherish every little sorrow that they have. It's just like a plant that they water, just like a plant that they nourish. And this is also a form of an intoxication. Many people directly or indirectly, consciously or unconsciously, become accustomed to illness. And as long as these people hold the thought of illness in their mind, the illness stays with them. It stays with them so much so until no doctor can take it away. This is also a form of an intoxication. Some men's environment create for them an illusion, a form of an intoxication, so much so until they don't see the condition of the people around them. And this is America's condition today. She's so wealthy, she's so powerful, she's so rich, until she's so intoxicated, until she don't see the condition of her 400-year-old black slaves. And with many people, this intoxication remains with them all through life. As it remains with them when they are asleep as well as when they are awake. But just as a drunk man will dream of the things that have to do with his drunkenness, whether he has joy or whether the drunkard has sorrow, whether this drunken man has worries or pleasures, the same will be in his dreams. And day and night, this dream continues to exist. Only with some people, the dream lasts a whole lifetime. With some, it lasts for a little while. Man loves these various intoxications of life as much as a drunkard loves the intoxication of his wine. And when a person is seeing something, for an example, when a person is seeing something interesting in a dream and somebody tries to wake him up, he feels for a moment inclined to finish out the dream, although he knows it's just a dream and someone is trying to wake him. Still, he feels inclined to dream on. These intoxications, various intoxications, can be seen in all walks of life, not just in a dream. It can be seen in the food you eat. This intoxication can be seen in the water that you drink. It can be seen in the air that you breathe, which gives you a continuous stimulants and intoxication. And if this be so, you might ask, is there ever a time in life when a person is not under some form of an intoxication? And the answer is no, only some people are more intoxicated than others. Thank you.
We don't have mic set up, so could you repeat the question when they come in?
All right. And then I have a couple of poems I told you about. I don't know if you understood what I was talking about, but it's kind of heavy. Intoxication of life. Now, I just completed a poem. And this poem tells about this little black boy who had a purpose in life, and he wanted to die fighting for his people's freedom. He just had a lot of bad experience with the whites in the South. Saw a few black people lynched, saw black women kicked in the pregnant stomachs, trying to get better busing and things down there. He hitchhiked up to a place called Brooklyn, New York, and joined a group called the Black Panthers. And he liked what they preached. And one day he's got his wish, dying, fighting for freedom. The Black Panthers got in a shootout. It was 50 of them and 3,000 policemen and National Guardsmen. The odds were against them that night. 25 Black Panthers died in the shootout, 24 surrendered. And one of them stayed on the rooftop. He wouldn't surrender. He was tired. He didn't care no more about living. He wanted to be free. And the policeman came out and said, all right, 25 of your brothers are dead, 24 have surrendered, come down or we coming up. And he looked off the rooftop and he shouted in poetic fashion. He said, better far from all I see, to die fighting to be free. What more fitting end could be? Better surely than a bed where in broken health I'm led, lingering until I'm dead. Better than with prayers and pleas in the clutch of some disease, wasting slowly by degrees. Better than of heart attack or some dose of drug I lack. Let me die by being black. Better far that I should go, standing here against the foe. Is there sweeter death to know? Better than the bloody stain on some highway where I'm lain, torn by flying glass and pain. Better calling death to come than to die another dumb, muted victim of the slum. Better than of prison rot, if there's any choice I've got, kill me here on the spot. Better far my fight to wage, now while my blood boils with rage, lest it cool with ancient age. Better violent to die than to come down in Uncle Tom and try, making peace just to live a lie. Better if I say my sooth, I shall die demanding truth, while I'm still akin to youth. Better now than later on, now that fear of death is gone, never mind another dawn. So he shot it out with him. He shot it out with him. He was determined. He didn't care no more than thousands of people, about 5 times more than you have out here, were all around just the idea of admiring a man like this. Death was in the atmosphere. Blood all running off the rooftops, a rainy, drizzling night. 25 of them dead, 24 surrender. They were cut and wounded. You could see the blood and everything on those stretchers as they took them out. And one man on top shooting it out. He held them off for about 5 more hours. Then a policeman came out and said, "Hold it now. Don't be bitter. Things are getting better. Give us some time. Things are getting better. Forget the past." He said, "No, I'm not going to forget the past. You didn't forget Pearl Harbor. You all don't forget the Alamos. And I'm not forgetting 400 years of slaving and raping and killing. I can't do it." He said, "I can't forget it." He said, "We didn't want to come here. You brought us here in chains." He said, "We came in chains. We came in misery. Now all our suffering and pains are part of history. We came in chains. You must remember that. For that and that alone explains exactly where I'm at. We came in chains. We came as living loot, so you could boast slave-gotten gains. We've grown beneath your boot. We came in chains, and how our blood was spilled together with our sweat. It stains this nation we helped build. We came in chains. We didn't volunteer, and yet today the fact remains we are still held captive here. We came in chains. Now I say cut us loose. Though that may go against your grain, still there's no excuse. We came in chains. Now who down there is going to bear the cost till every one of us regains the freedom we have lost? We came in chains, and now your choice must be to either blow out all my brains or else just set me free. Tell him after I'm through, I'll call him. 1 minute. 1 minute. So that completed my little lecture, my poems, and now we'd like to open up for a few questions and answers.
I got a question.
Jumped up like you want to try me out or something. And I know you don't want me. Listen, I know you don't want me. Yeah. Well, I didn't know. You just jumped up real quick like, I'm ready. I didn't know what was happening, man. If you dreamed you met me, you better wake up and apologize. I know, I was just joking. Ask your questions so I can repeat it because they can't hear you.
Yeah, all right. Here's the question, man. You on a show on Inside Outside. I think Roy Anderson's on there. And there was a bunch of young kids on there, and you were discussing black heroes. And when it got to the question of Malcolm X, what you said was that
I'll repeat his question.
I said what you said.
I'll repeat the lecture.
What you said was that Malcolm X was a hypocrite, and he
Right. He says he admires me, he follows me, he always liked me, he even liked my poems today, my speech, but he don't agree with the part where when I was on a show with Raw Enos and they asked me about the late Malcolm X, me denouncing him as a follower of Elijah Muhammad in the end and ending up against him and a hypocrite. And he didn't like that, right? You didn't like me saying that.
Well, that's not the only thing. See, I think that a whole lot of kids on the show didn't like it, but because
Well, I'll explain. You got a right. You got a good question.
afraid of you.
Right. Okay. Well, you ask the question. I'll answer it. Now, when you talk about Malcolm X, now that Malcolm Little then, yeah, because he couldn't be X after he left Elijah. He had to give the X back because Elijah named him. Not only taught him everything he knew, but named him. Now which one are you talking about? Now there were two of them. There was one that Negroes didn't like too much when he said we shouldn't drink, we shouldn't smoke, we shouldn't chase white women, and we shouldn't wear our dresses short, and we should all clean up and unite and separate from white people. And that was the Malcolm X that Negroes didn't like too much. Then there was another one who came back and said that I found out that white folks ain't devils, and I was wrong, and we're all brothers, and we can all be together. And that was the one most people who had white girls liked. They liked that Malcolm. See, now which Malcolm? Now, like Elijah Muhammad is the boss. He is the man who found Malcolm X when he was a half faggot, pimp, process, white women and black women, hoeing, prostituting for him, couldn't talk at all. Call him Detroit Red. Then Elijah Muhammad took him and educated him and trained him for about 7-8 years and taught him every word about the Holy Quran, all about the Muslims, all about Islam, all about Allah, all about his name, his language, his culture, all about his history, his women and everything. And then that was the Malcolm that we followed. We fed him, we clothed him, we guarded him, we took proud of him when he represented the man who made all of us. I was with Malcolm. He come to see me, and everywhere I would fight, he would come, and I'd fly his family there, pay his expenses. Then there was the one who praised the death of Kennedy, which wasn't wise, because he was one white man who did try to do something, and that's why they killed him. See, all the brothers. And Malcolm X made a big public fool out of himself praising Kennedy's death, and more black people died when Kennedy died than white people. They figured their savior was gone. See? So like when Malcolm X praised Kennedy's death, then he made enemies for all the Muslims because he represented us now. So Elijah Muhammad had to like fire him, expel him to show the world that that was him talking. He had on his newspaper the next morning, America lost a good president. America did lose a good president. Now let me finish. So then he came to my house. See, I knew him. All you know is what you read. We used the toilet with him, slept with him. We know Malcolm X. You didn't know Malcolm X. We knew him. All you know is what the white man tells you, and his move now is to divide you, make you think he was the leader. That's the move now, see? They want you to think that the little boy was the teacher. See, and you admire Malcolm more than you do Elijah. That shows you brainwashed. Let me show you something now. Everything I'm telling you, all of my wisdom come from Elijah Muhammad. Everything black people are doing come from Elijah Muhammad. Huey Newton, Elgis Cleaver, Bobby Seals, Ron Karinga, the Black Panthers, all of them are ex-Muslims. They went to Muhammad's temple, they read a Muslim newspaper, or they follow one of the ex-Muslims. It all starts and it comes from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now I want you to remember that, so don't get confused. No, he can talk. He can talk. No, don't about say that. You ain't got to die because you don't believe what Elijah say. I know some people will kill you if you talk bad about me, and I don't have to tell them to kill you. I know some people will kill you. Listen. I know some brothers. And hold it now, right? And I'm getting to the point now. Listen, we ain't arguing, we brothers. You ain't gonna argue around all these white folks, are you? We brothers. Let me tell you something, man. Hold it, let me tell you something. I'm trying to get a point to you. Any man who's powerful, who's loved by hundreds of thousands, you just ain't, he don't have to say get him. You're not safe talking about him. I know some brothers that kill you if you talk about their mama. Will kill you. You call his mama a no good whoring bitch and see if you don't die. I know some brothers will kill you for their mama. And when Malcolm went around the country lying on Elijah Muhammad, he's got 12 women pregnant, I found out, he ain't holy, and 9 babies. All type lies, men 70 years old, 48 grandchildren, 28 great-grandchildren, grown sons going on 50, and you're going to say he's got 12 women pregnant and 9 babies to destroy the man and try to take his followers and overthrow him. He just went all out enemy and evil against this great black man, Elijah Muhammad. And a brother bump you off so fast, Muhammad don't have to be around. Listen, you go to Cuba, look, you go to Cuba, what you arguing over dead Malcolm for? See, you brainwashed. Why you didn't be a Muslim if you love Malcolm so? Why are you telling me? I don't know. Oh, next question, next question. Sit down, boy. Next question. Sit down. Sit down. I done told you off and you still acting crazy. And then sit down. Well, you go find out who got him. Go ask the cats who got him. Go ask the cats who got him. Don't ask me. I didn't get him. Some they want to whoop you now for even arguing with me. See, so I don't have to tell them to get you. Brothers want you now. You can act bad all you want. You keep acting crazy. You better sit down. I ain't gonna have to tell them do nothing. You better sit down. I'm as black. I'm your brother. I give up millions. I love my people. You don't argue with me. You a Tom? You crazy? What you on me for? You got a white woman? Well, why are you worrying about that? Well, everybody, sit down. I asked you a question. Why you gonna ask me why did he get bumped off? I go to jail. I ain't bumped off nobody. You crazy? You go to Cuba and talk about Castro. I don't have to read about you. Telling you. Sit down, man. Yeah. He's telling me the only way I could have whooped Joe Frazier was to knock him out. Well, that ain't right. I think if I whooped him more decisive, they couldn't have took it, but it was kind of close. But we don't cry about it. It's all over. It's old news. We just do better next time.
I read Malcolm X's autobiography, and in that part of the stipulations he made was that Elijah Muhammad was carrying on with 3 of his white secretaries.
White.
Right.
I'm sorry. We don't want to talk about that no more.
I read the autobiography, and I believe everything I read in it.
All right, well, you believe it. Okay, you keep believing it. That's he's dead now. You believe it. Next question. Any more questions? What you say, bro? If they can prove they took my crown illegally, can I get them to courts?
No, like they took your crown this time because they said that you had done an illegal act by not going to service. Okay, if you can prove that they were so wrong in court by taking some of your livelihood for no reason, legal reason, can you get your crown back legally?
No, I done lost it in the ring now. I should have done that then. So I couldn't go back and say I want my crown back because y'all took it when I was in exile. I got it like it was over. Well, then I don't cry. It made it bigger. The gate was bigger. Everything was bigger when they took it. That makes it better, I was too good when I was fighting. I almost had to sit down 3 years and let them build up somebody like Frazier. You know how many people saw my last contest? Guess how many? No, the world, everybody in the world couldn't see it. How many you think saw it? In millions or in hundreds of thousands? Guess.
How many poor people saw it?
All of them, I guess the theaters are full. What? And you talk to them Jewish promoters if you want to cheat seats cheaper. Don't come to me. Don't holler. Don't be, and he's probably Jewish too. Don't be hollering at me how many people saw it. You ask them promoters to see it, to set the seats. Jack Kent cooked them. They made the seat arrangement. They out here in California. Go ask them about the seats. We had about 1,000 million watchers, about 5 times the population of all America, about 1,000 million. And so all of the controversy and all of the drama in the end turned out to be good. So I don't cry about what happened in the past. It all paid off. Upcoming fight with Wilt Chamberlain? Timber! Yeah, we're still working on the fight with Wilt Chamberlain. Get me some elevator shoes made. Huh? Politics? No, I don't want to go into politics. I don't want to be in politics because politicians ain't free. They can't say what they want, you know. Huh? Have I retired from what? No, I'm fighting in about 6 more weeks. We got a big one coming up. Can't name it yet. We'll announce it in a few more days. I'm having about 2 or 3 more fights for Frazier. After Frazier, I'm hanging him up before I get my face cut.
Lady over here. Over here. Right there.
What do I think of what? To be free. Role of the black woman is number 1, is to stand beside and with a man. If you can't find a man, sister said, what do you do if you can't find a man? Ain't that a shame? If you really wanted one, I know where a lot of handsome men are. Dressed nice, clean. But you have to check yourself out. You might not really want to be that right, you know, yourself. Because they can be found, all the brothers, you know, the Muslim brothers, educated, they're clean, they don't drink, don't smoke, don't play around, stay home, work hard. Right, so but you don't yet yourself want to be that right because they probably might be a little too right for you. But what you got to do, see, you got to just do the best you can. Who knows where you goes when the doors close? So it's just up to you to figure that out. Next. The Supreme Court case is still on. The judges, I got a letter the other day from somebody. They said, we're cleaning out your cell to take your tail on the trail for the jail without bail. Now I don't know what's going to happen. We're just waiting. I don't care really. When it's time to get free, you don't care about nothing. You don't care about dying when you're doing it for your people. That's why people in Vietnam dying, because they think they dying for America. See, and this is why the Japanese in World War II took their planes and ran them into ships. They knew they would die, but they had planes called suicide missions. They would run it straight into the ship and kill himself, but he might kill about 50 more, but he said, well, I'm worth 50. So like when a person don't care, it's time for black people to be free. And the reason black people are nowhere today is because all those who get in position where they can really help and have influence, then they sell out and get them a Hollywood script or a big pretty home in Beverly Hills. They don't talk for you and stand up and buck no white people. No, they think they gonna lose some money. So like, I don't care no more. They can't pay me enough. And I challenge any individual, black or white, to become as popular as I am worldwide. Like my last fight was piped live into Red China and Russia. They don't follow nothing from Hollywood. All Hollywood together. Take all the Hollywood, all the money, all of the studios. They don't affect Red China and Russia and Egypt and Syria and Lebanon and Africa. So like this don't bother me at all. I still think about my people. I'm still fighting, and I'm 1,000% black and doing everything I can regardless of how bold for my people. So this is why we are not free. So if it means go to jail for my people in Alabama, my mom in Louisville, Kentucky, then let it be on record that I went down for my people and not somebody that I don't know nothing about. I'm going over here to free somebody I don't know, and I ain't free. Ain't that bold to ask me? I ain't even free. So if I gotta suffer, then let it be on record that it went right here for me and my kind and what I believe in, my religion. So jail is welcome. If I beat up somebody or robbed a bank or slapped some woman and went to jail, I feel like leaving the country because it ain't worth it. You know, but like going for something in a cause, you don't mind going to jail. So I'm just waiting, and I don't even worry about the outcome. And with all these people waiting to see, you know, and all of my brothers are with me, and many of the white followers, and all throughout Africa and Asia and all the Muslim countries, and I'm in a good spot. They can't hardly do nothing to me, but make me more popular.
Do you want to take 2 questions more?
2 questions more, and we got to quit. Yeah, he was first, yeah. Moses. Moses on the mountaintop. Listen to him now. No, I've never thought about going to Africa for that reason, to draw black Americans, black Africans together. I've been there. I was in Egypt, and I was in a few countries over there, Nigeria and Ghana and Liberia. But I plan to tour again to box exhibitions and to speeches in African colleges. But as far as getting people together, I would like to see all African people and black American people together. But we can't get together with them until we together, see? So once we are so divided, we are not one. We are not, see, it takes one to get with one. By us not being one, we have to get together, and once we are one, then we can think about uniting us somewhere else. But first, we got to get together here. Huh? Well, not me. I can't get us together. I can do what little I can to try to help, but I can't take the credit for getting us together.
Okay.
Huh?
I just want to say this, that black people are not the only ones that are slaves. And I want to say this.
Who are you? Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? What is it? What is it?
American Standard Bible.
Hey fella. Hey fella. I don't use American Standard Bible. Give that Bible to Nixon. See, that's why we ain't know what. You telling me we ain't free today, and we ain't the only one that ain't free, and you gonna give me a Bible? That's why we ain't free now. You got us looking up in the sky for heaven while you on all this damn campus and every damn thing out here. You take the Bible. You keep that Bible here. Don't give me no Bible. That's the trouble. That's the trouble. You give black people too many Bibles. We don't want no Bible. See, we don't want no pie up in no sky after we die. We want something sound while we're still around here on the ground. Hey, fella. Hey, hold. Attention. Say, fella, here's the book that I won't see. This is my brother from Egypt. He's a Muslim, and he's giving me a Holy Quran. That's the real black book, see? Not that Bible, Holy Quran, and this is real, see? Don't give me no Bible. The black man's book before he was given the Bible was the Holy Quran. It's a black book. It's from Asia, Egypt, see? So you keep, don't give me no Bible. I wonder what you was giving me. You give me that Bible, I wouldn't be free no more if I started reading, if I start preaching out of that Bible. Y'all be cool.
So great.
I tell you something. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it?
5 to 1. 5 to 1. 5 to 1.
You got a felt pen? I tell you what I got in autographs. Only there's one thing I'm gonna sign. Take it. Whose is it? Take it. One thing we got here, fellows with me, they wanted a school bus, and I told them I was gonna buy it. They wouldn't accept me buying the school bus. So what they did was he asked me could he follow me, and he wanted to work for the money, and he got some pictures. And I've autographed them, and I'm gonna autograph some more. And these are for $1 a piece. He's selling them for. And if you want one, you can have one. And I'm writing on them right here. Take it.
How about one more question? One more question.
1 minute. See, like if I start autographing these things, I won't. Okay. So many people waiting. So as soon as I do yours, they gonna all come in.
Dan, one more question.
Here's my dollar. Got change.
Hey, Ernest, get it, baby.
Hey, give some change, Ernest.
We'll have it in a minute. 1 minute.
Give some change, Ernest. Ernest, give me some one. Give me some one.
No. I'll give y'all. I just signed them.
What do you give for souvenirs to pretty girls?
Souvenirs?
Yeah.
Muhammad, one more question.
I want something.
Is that good? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I think so.
Howard? 1 minute, fella. No, hold it.
We just signed.
I just signed.
Thank you.
Hey, D, how you doing, man?
You better beat the hell out of Joe Frazier.
We gotta stay here a few
Muhammad.
minutes. I can't write on orange, brother. 1 minute.
Hold on, Hank.
Do something nice. We didn't.
Please, Mr. Muhammad, can sign it, please?
All right, sister, you work it out. Everybody want a picture. Let the people want a picture come forward. $2 over here. Wait.
Hey, Ernest, start working. You hold the money.
Please, can you sign?
I ain't signed nothing. I just signed it.
Here's some.
Let me sign in Arabic for you.
And Arabic? Okay.
A little bit.
Muhammad, Ali. Okay, thank you. No, it's mine.
Don't sell no pictures before I give them to him.
Let's ask him when he's getting married.
I'm
When
married.
are you getting married?
I'm married with 3 daughters.
No.
Okay, everybody, don't have to cry away.
Please, thanks a lot.
It's the price you got to pay, brother. Anything. It's the price you got to pay. You ready? I'm with the security. When you're ready, let me know, and I'll clear out the back.
Can I have 2 pictures down here, please?
Nope. Ain't right number my name.
Ernest, here.
You better warn them. When I come out, I want the area clear.
I just want to see.
Take nobody's money until you give them the picture.
Wait.
I can read Arabic.
Yeah, I know.
Would you open that?
Try to.
Open it.
What, you just want to see
I
it?
just want to see it.
I'm on the back, man.
All right.
Pick your money.
All right, let's get them off the back of the stage.
Hey, please, ma'am, ma'am, you in the way. Ma'am, you in the way, please.
I just want to see this. Okay, great. Thank you.
Wait, two more.
Hello, darling. Did you get a phone?
A couple more here. I got it. One more.
What'd you get?
I can get him to do nothing, but he's playing poke at it in 8 different directions.
Okay, now.
He's already swung.
That's okay now.
Yeah.
That's okay. Pierce got him one by
Oh,
one.
that was $150,000.
Wait.
It's all
Why don't
over
you hold
now.
that? Why don't you
Is
hold
it all
that?
over?
I paid the cash. I don't worry about it. Ain't gonna help you to worry.
Wait.
Hey, Neville.
Wait, one.
I need $4 back.
Oh, look here. Don't take no more. Don't take no more. I just got it. Wait. No. It's getting unorganized. Don't take no more. Wait.
Don't you take nobody's money.
Hey, man, I can't put it on it, brother, man. I got a job. I know too many people.
Everybody take your time, you'll get them.
Oh, man, I'm not getting involved in that, man. I'm not getting involved in taking people's money. If he gets it.
Walaikum salam.
No. Here.
Assalamu alaikum.
What's that? I'm signing pictures.
Just
Joe checks?
Louis Farrakhan's gonna be there.
Farrakhan.
Yeah.
What you giving that to me? What is it? Whose bazaar is it?
FOI, Moscow
All right.
and Center.
Okay, brother. Hold that for me.
Okay, brother.
What's that for?
I got it.
Put it in my pocket. Hold it.
Alright, some more shit.
Hey,
Tired yet, blood?
down, please. Please get down.
Huh?
You gotta buy him to come up here first. Huh? I can't get to him.
No,
Can I get that now?
No. No, blood.
What's up, man? How you doing? Okay, good.
Thanks, brother.
Not right now. Whose dog is that?
A picture.
Okay.
We got a picture.
Okay. Now look here. Let me take the money and everything, okay? Because he's good.
That's all right. If they don't get no pictures, fine.
No,
Got the dollar, they.
no, you know, if you want to do it like that, you want
I
to
know.
hand it one and
I
get the
know, but
money.
it's bound to happen with people. What's happening? Huh?
Ernest, not draft cards. I go to, they lock me up.
What? Okay, hey, wait, come on. Oh, sister.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Give us sister a picture, stand up out the house.
Yeah.
You'll hand it to her.
His teeth knocked out.
Give me $2.
two, okay? Here's two. No. Should have.
It's up to whether you just stick it through there, baby. Say, Brother Muhammad, would you sign this for the sister? It's supposed to be.
You gotta sign these first, man. Read the picture. These ain't yours. She want 5 of them here. Wait. 5 of them.
Oh, no. Wait, hold on just a second.
No books.
What kind of book you got there?
Each one of them should sign, you ought to roll it on the other side. We'll roll with the pictures out.
Who's not here? I don't know.
You can sign on the picture.
How many you got home?
Got him.
One more what?
No, a picture, you want a picture? I know.
Huh? You want 4? You make
Is this
4.
your two?
Your blood is for 2.
Wait,
It's for 2, man.
give me 4.
That's one of yours.
I need 4.
That $1 million. Here, man. It's for 2. And I'll
Wait a
take-
minute. Wait a minute.
Till you get that 4.
Don't leave it at 4 o'clock.
I need one more.
Let me have 2, brother.
Who's selling these?
That's all of those? Here, man. This is for 2.
You got some?
Let me have 2, man. You got the money.
Put it
There
down.
you
I
go,
can't
man.
bother now.
Here.
Okay.
I got
This man wants
2.
2.
1.
Only got 10 on me.
I will.
I'll get it.
Power.
Okay, wait.
Hold on, man.
Raise your hand. Yeah, I can get it. I'll get it.
He got my pen. Ali, you got my ink pen.
How many? I only got one right now.
4.
Huh?
I'll wait for 1 more. 10.
Are you gonna fly with him up to Oakland?
Tomorrow.
Posters right here, $1. Step right up. $1.
1 more.
Huh?
$1, my friends. $1 it is.
Well, here one right here.
$1 it is, and all it is $1.
I hope I get one before.
Just $1
Oh.
it is. That's all.